Hey guys, Elizabeth Quinn here again with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to check out my website, which is waftingwonderfulwax.scentsy.us, where I'm Liz Quinn, your lead Scentsy consultant. So today I have for you my weekly What I Have Been Warming video. I have just a couple thoughts on a couple of Bring Back My bars, and then the rest of it's just whatever I've been feeling like warming. So to start off, I wanted to circle back to a bar that I have warmed in the past that's in Bring Back My bar that I really didn't like all that much the first time that I warmed it, and that is going to be Southern Sweet Tea. Now, is this my favorite of all the 20 bars? No, but I did like it much better in the warm that I did. Now, last week I had a little bit of crazy with the way that my video got filmed and I had to redo it, and I did melt this on the same day as Dumbo, just so that you know that was the pairing alternate warmers that I was doing. Southern Sweet Tea was really, really nice, balancing that super sweet citrus Dumbo bar. So Southern Sweet Tea has peach, it's got a little bit of orange, and it definitely has a tea note. I still think that it smells mostly like a powdered iced tea, which is not my favorite, but the sweetness and the way that it went with Dumbo was really good. So I did actually order one more bar because I did a party closeout on the 1st of the month. And I got another bar of this because I think on a hot summer day, this will be very, very nice. So it was sort of medium strength, and it had that pleasant and relaxing, hospitable smell of summer with the tea and the peach and that little bit of orange. So it was better in my estimation this time around than the last time. So after that, I wanted also to evaluate Watermelon Patch. And this is a very nice scent that's Bring Back My bar that comes back a lot. It is definitely a popular one. And it is really good if you just like a sweet, gentle watermelon. Now, I did some mixing with it, and I also wanted to compare it to my favorite watermelon scent, which is Watermelon Tangerine, which happens to be in our current catalog. So between the two of them, I'm not going to club or buy any more of Watermelon Patch because Watermelon Tangerine just takes the cake for me. It's more interesting, it's a little bit more watery, and I didn't do it this week, but my favorite watermelon lemonade mix is lemon sorbet with watermelon tangerine, and that just takes the cake for me. So I wanted to put that out there because I was trying the watermelon lemonade mix of Watermelon Patch and Squeeze the Day. And I usually buy Squeeze the Day as a brick, as a Scentsy Club half off item, because it is one that we go through a lot of. It's my husband's absolute favorite scent of all time, pretty much. But back to Watermelon Patch, it's just a nice, sweet, gentle watermelon. It does get a little bit candy, but it isn't as cloying as I feared. And then when you did it 1 cube to 1 cube with Squeeze the Day, you got a really nice, just a sweet candied watermelon and lemon scent. The reason that I prefer lemon sorbet with the watermelon tangerine is that there's an iciness and a refreshing quality to that I didn't get from the mix that I tried here. So I just wanted to give you feedback on that. If you don't have lemon sorbet and you don't have watermelon tangerine and you happen to have the Watermelon Patch and the Squeeze the Day, it's good. It just isn't my favorite. So then another thing I was doing on the same day was some Aloha Orchid. This was May's scent of the month. I love this smell. I put it in one of my clubs. Oh gosh, I get the coconut and I get the orchid and I get the sweet summer tropical fruits. This is amazing, and it's one of my favorite things that Scentsy has produced as far as SOTM, scent and warmer of the month, that kind of deal. So I like the May scent of the month, but I like the June warmer of the month. Have any of you picked up the beautiful On the Seashore warmer that I have been talking about for weeks since I got it in the mail? I love mine, and the light is just beautiful, and it throws well enough. But anyway, let me know if any of you have gotten that. So let's just keep moving on here. I don't think there's any more Bring Back My bar except for a revisit of Love and Kisses Mini, which I'm just doing in my bedroom. I ordered a 6-pack of this because it's just so happy. It is medium throw, but it's got this really, really good berry, apricot, and vanilla blend, and it isn't going to, really knock you over in any room, but it's pleasant and it's light and it's lovely. So now I was doing some interesting combinations. I wanted sort of that on the beach, very woody sort of a feeling, and I love Palo Santo so much. People can't stand it. My family can't stand it. But it's this smooth, gentle, smoky, charred beechwood. Palo Santo is, and I have a few bars of it that I've tucked away from flash sales and clearance events where everybody else can't stand it, and I love it. And I just put this in a few mini warmers around the house to give it that little bit of floaty, toasty, charred, gorgeous wood. Oh, I love this bar. Oh, I love this bar. And then to make sure my family didn't riot, I put a lot of Coastal Sunset in the warmers, and this is a family favorite. My younger daughter especially loves this. And this has this amethyst amber, this wonderful, powerful coconut, musky, and sandalwood mix. It's so good. And with Palo Santo, it was fantastic. But then I wanted to balance it a little so the family didn't feel like it was too much smoky and charred. So I did some direct mixing and some warmer to warmer mixing. I added vanilla waves into the mix. And honestly, it sweetened up the Coastal Sunset. It balanced things in the house. And there was one time where I was going in and out where I felt like I was smelling, this is really odd, but I liked it. It was sort of smelling like glazed donuts. I don't know how that came from all those 3 bars working in the house together, but it did. But Vanilla Waves is so strong, powerful, sticky caramel and vanilla goodness. So unfortunately, the only one of those that's currently available is the Coastal Sunset, but they were really, really good. It made a very nice day. Then another day, I was feeling a very summertime fruity. So I used up some of Kahiko Hula, which is an old bring back my bar. This is beautiful. It's like a creamy papaya smoothie, almost like a summer drink or a tropical yogurt. It's really good. It's not the funky papaya that I complain about a little bit in Beach. It's this wonderful edible, almost like there's a yogurt smoothie going on, tropical little umbrella in your slushy, gorgeous summer juicy fruit smell. Then I used up a whole bar of Tropic Nectar, which I am loving. This was a new release for our spring summer catalog. I cannot get enough of this. It's smooth, it's fruity, it's got that little bit of creaminess from, I think, like a coconut cream or coconut water in the background. Not a lot, just a little bit. And it's a gentle fruit punch, and it makes me very happy. And then I use just a little bit of our classic fruit punch smell, which is Paradise Punch, and this thing packs a punch, no pun intended. This is stronger. This is a lot more like a traditional Hawaiian punch smell. And all of those together in the house for just a beautiful, fruity, tropical day. So then another day, I wanted to go with the blue bars, that creamy, gentle, summery scent that Scentsy does so well. So I'm working on Blue Coconut Beach. This was, I think, yesterday. I used all the cubes in this in a few warmers because it's not the strongest scent, but it's so beautiful. So it's this creamy, relaxing, beachy, coconut, vanilla, and blue sky, just absolutely stunning, but soft scent. But it's so good and so relaxing. That's now in my club. And then I was using up about half a clam of Mahalo Coconut in the back half of the house. Mahalo Coconut is slightly stronger than Blue Coconut Beach. It's definitely fruitier. So this has lei flower. I think it has some violet. It's got some leafiness to it. And then it has really nice creamy pineapple coconut blend. But it's not like Pina Colada Cha-Cha. It's its own scent. It's really unique and good. And then similar to Mahalo Coconut, but a little bit more fresh with sea salt and some smoothness, is Mr. Stitch. And I have a couple bars of him left. And at the end of the month, 626, 626, we'll be back. Oh, I'm so excited. And this one, if you've never bought a bar of Stitch, you have to try him. He'll be coming out on June 26th. And there is just this mysterious blend of a little bit of fruity, a little bit of lush tropical, and a little bit of sea salt mist that is, it's not really salty, it's just like sea misty. It's perfection. You guys have to get that bar. Okay, so then another day I was craving really heavy hitting fruit, and I got out another bar of mango matcha. Every time I melt this, I am happy with it. It makes me so satisfied. It throws well. It has a lot of dimension in the notes. It's got the mango. It's got matcha. It has salted cucumber. It's really good as the days get hotter. I am really enjoying this. If you've not tried this yet, I guess my recommendations of the week: when Stitch comes out, please try him. And if you like fruity at all, please try mango matcha. And then I used up a whole bar of Sweet and Sassy, which I'm also really liking. And again, I'm not clubbing this, but I'm getting quite a few bars. I'm stocking up on this one. I think my goal is to have like 9 or 10 bars by the time I'm done stocking up before this goes away. This is lighter with kiwi and like tangerine. It's happy, it's bright, it's light, fruity, juicy, really gorgeous. And then I used a couple cubes of pineapple mango. And this is the first time I've melted this year in my floor room, in the dining room while I was doing mango matcha out here. This is a good, strong, assertive bar. It's kind of like you took Go-Go Mango and added pineapple to it. So it's not one where I need 3 or 4 of them in a year, but a couple cubes of this balanced the mango matcha very well and gave me a nice, juicy pineapple scent that has that hint of mango. It's really good. And then I was using a few cubes of one of my clams of the Muppets, which is just this goofy smell. You can't get this anymore. But, and excuse me, my computer's open in the other room and it's just gonna ring until this customer for my carpet cleaning business leaves me a message while I'm filming. All right, so Uppett's Bar is like a can of fruit cocktail in a bar, and it's this bright, awful Kermit Green. Even though I like green, I don't like the shade. And it's just a happy smell. You'll need a couple cubes of that. It's nice and strong. That went really, really well with the mango matcha and the sweet and sassy. So then one of the days I wanted more of my bakery type scents. So I had Perk Me Up, which is in my bi-monthly club, and I like mixing this with caramel. So I was all out of salted caramel cupcake, but my mother-in-law has a club and she doesn't live very far away from me. So I called her up and said, oh, will you pretty please let me swap a bar with you? And of course, my mother-in-law is amazing. And she's like, oh, you can have whatever you want. Except this was really funny. I told her what I was going to do with her salted caramel cupcake. So then of course what she wanted was a bar of Perk Me Up, which is ironic because I don't have all that many and all I really wanted was to steal some salted caramel cupcake and mix it with Perk Me Up. So we did a swap. I got 2 and she only got 1. So, you know, I still got the better end of the deal. So I got a couple of salted caramel cupcake from her because it's still in her club. And these 2 together are my favorite caramel coffee mix for sure. Because even sometimes 1 of the salted caramel cupcake, and if I want more coffee, 2 of the Perk Me Up, it just makes this wonderful caramel cappuccino-y type scent, and I love it. And with the addition of the caramel, the Perk Me Up lasts all day long, at least in my house, and I'm really happy with it. And then in other rooms, I was doing some sugar cookie just to keep it sweet, and a little bit of vanilla bourbon, which is in my bi-monthly club also. So it was just this really relaxing, like gooey, sweet coffee shop type deal going on in the house. That was a really good day. So then we'll round it out with, today I'm doing a direct mix that I have to say I saw on Instagram, and then I watch all sorts of consultants, and of course everybody knows who Lisa Roberry is, and she had her best friend Melanie, Mrs. Kong's mom, on, and this is one of the mixes that they recommended. And I rarely, tout other people's creations, but this one, I will credit this to, I think it was Lisa that came up with this. I wouldn't have put these 2 together. I don't know why, because it's like obvious. They're really good. So cocoa lime. I would probably do 1 cube of cocoa lime to 2 cubes of pina colada cha-cha though, because cocoa lime's pretty strong. So the liminess and the coconut is really, really good mixed with the pina colada scent that's in pina colada cha-cha. And that's mostly what's going in my house today, and it's delicious and summery, and this is fantastic. So that was wonderful. And then I pulled out one of my very last bars of one of my favorite smells that I took out of my club a couple years ago, because you can only keep so much, of coconut daiquiri from a couple years ago summer collection. I would love to see this bar come back for Bring Back My Bar. This is like, it's got banana in it, which usually scares people away, but it's perfect in here. It's got a tart lime with some coconut and banana, like a summer drink. I love this bar. It's basically medium, sometimes medium strong throw, but this one was getting really juicy and gross. So I'd use up the whole bar because I didn't want it to go bad before I could enjoy it. And I love this scent. It was one of my favorite summer collection smells of all time. So then what was I doing in the basement, which at this point is almost nothing. One day I remembered to go down and change out my wax to hibiscus pineapple, and this went beautifully. I used a lot of cubes downstairs because I knew I'd forget to change it for days again. And this is just the nicest middle of the road, creamy, lush, floral, and mandarin smell. If you love Aloha Orchid and you never tried pineapple hibiscus, it's a little bit more old hat because it's been in the catalog for quite a while, but hibiscus pineapple, I always mix up the names too, I'm sorry guys. Hibiscus pineapple is one of my favorite summer staples that I think is kind of an unsung hero, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful bar. It's beautiful for medium-sized spaces. Like I said, it went in my basement. I did like 4 cubes in one warmer, and then the other warmers, I think I sprinkled a couple cubes in each for several days, and it's lovely, light, creamy, luscious, tropical summer. So then last but not least, things that we were getting through in bedrooms. I did stock up on Flower Child from last year, I believe, Bring Back My Bar, only for the bedroom. It is so light. I think this is the one that has, jasmine and sandalwood and berries. And it's really beautiful, but you can only smell it in the bedroom, and I need at least 4 cubes. So I did that. One of my kids was using some of the Beautiful and Retired Sand Swept, which is a nice, fresh ocean air, rocks, driftwood, and lemons scent. It's really good, so I'm kind of hoarding this. It's really good in the heat of summer. I did a bit of, oh, I forgot this Bring Back My Bar because I used the wrong packaging. White Sands, which you guys have heard me talk about over and over again. Please try White Sands while it's in Bring Back My Bar. It is so gorgeous. It's like a fancy hotel with jasmine and coconut milk and smooth, like a creaminess from rice. Sounds weird. It's so elegant. And last but not least, a perennial favorite with all the fans of Scentsy, Bonfire Beach. I have trouble smelling this, but we were doing this in my younger daughter's room, and it reminded me how good this is. Sea salt spray, marshmallows, a little bit of a toasted bonfire, just a little bit, and it is quintessentially at the beach summer in the most beautiful way. So that is everything I've been getting through. I know it's kind of a short what I've been warming, but that's what's going on right now. My younger child is doing driver's training too, so my time is at a premium. I may not get up as much videos over the next, as many videos, excuse me, as I normally do in a week, just because life is going to be crazy and my editor is going to be tied up driving all the time. So this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents. Please let me know what Bring Back My Bars you guys have been eyeing, or you have purchased, or just what you're warming in general. And let me know about that warmer, the June warmer of the month. Have any of you purchased it? Because I just think it's a stunner. The next month is going to be amazing too, but in a totally different way, and we'll be talking about that soon. So this is Elizabeth with Elizabeth's Scenes and Scents with her crazy life. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.